coming back alive. If I have less days with you, then I'll spend every second with you instead of laying in a hospital hopelessly. You said as you got back on your feet. 𝙤𝚃 stood up too. 𝙤𝚃, what if you come back alive? It's a matter of days only. He exclaimed as you again shook your head. 𝚁4NC3R can't be cured, okay? It can't be cured. It's not a matter of days. It lasts for years and sometimes you D3 during the treatment, you said. 𝚁𝚃, it takes your soul even before dying. You exclaimed as you walked outside the room. 𝙤𝚃 sighed as he picked up your files and checked your reports. The pain in his chest is unbearable and he can feel it physically. He simply can't just sit in one place and see you count your last breaths. 𝙤𝚃, if she is behaving stubborn, then I'll be stubborn too. He mumbled before dialing your mother's phone number. He told her everything and she was more than just devastated to know about your health. The lady has raised you alone since your father was a real pain here. They both continued their toxic relationship until you turned 16 and then separated their ways. You were sitting in a living room while fumbling with your fingers when the doorbell rang. You sighed and fixed yourself before opening the door. 𝚁𝚾, Mom, she engulfed you in a motherly hug as you hugged her back. 𝚁𝚾, what are you doing here? You asked as she stared at you with all love in her eyes. 𝚁𝚾's mother, won't you let me in? Her voice broke as you stepped aside to let her in. 𝙤𝚃 came downstairs and greeted your mother. 𝚁𝚾's mother, I'll talk with her. She smiled at 𝙤𝚃 before he left after giving you a look that said hope. Your mother held your hand and led you to your bedroom and made you sit beside her in your bed. You sighed as the door shut behind him. You stared at your fingers as your mother squeezed your shoulder in an assuring way. 𝚁𝚾's mother, 𝙤𝚃 told me. She teared up as you looked away. Nonetheless, your mother tried her best to appear strong in front of you even though her insides were dying. She just simply held you close to her for a brief moment without speaking anything, and only then she moved as she picked up your wedding picture. 𝚁𝚾's mother, I was so happy when you were born. I always wanted a daughter, you know. I always wanted to give all of the love in the world to you but couldn't. I'm sorry you had to witness my relationship with your father. She stared at you as you shook your head. 𝚁𝚾, it's not your fault, Mom, you mumbled. 𝚁𝚾's mother, I felt the same happiness I felt the day you were born when you were getting married. I was so full of happiness, seeing you find your true love and getting married. It's every mother's dream, you know. She chuckled. 𝚁𝚾's mother, he was the happiest to finally walk on this new path with you. She whispered as your head whipped towards her. 𝚁𝚾's mother, you can't just leave him. She whispered again. 𝚁𝚾, please Mom, try to understand. My treatment would be a waste. I was on meds and nothing worked. You said as she let out a sigh before holding your both hands. 𝚁𝚾's mother, people find dying easy when they are alone, but you have a huge reason. 𝙤𝚃 can't live without you and you know that better than me. If you leave, then you'll take his soul too. He won't be able to live, sweetheart. Instead he will D3 a slow 𝙿𝙸𝚃 daily. 𝚁𝚾's mother, don't be silly, you have a reason to fight. You have to fight for him. He has always tried his best to love you in every possible way. Now it's your time. Don't leave him. He needs you. A tear escaped her eyes as you went thinking deeply. mother. Do you want to leave him alone to 𝙤𝙃? You shook your head immediately as her words sank deeper inside you. Every moment that you've spent with him has started flashing in front of your eyes. Your mother left after talking with you and 𝙤𝚃. She gave you both a tight hug before leaving, and the whole day went by you thinking about so many things. Currently you were making dinner when your mother's words were ringing inside your brain. Letting out a sigh as you turn off the stove before walking upstairs. You entered your shared bedroom where you found 𝙤𝚃 with his laptop. You both have not exchanged any words since the afternoon, and it was bothering you. Feeling your presence, he tilted his head up to meet your eyes. 𝙤𝚃, do you need something? He asked as you nodded. 𝚁, which doctor you consulting to? He blinked at you before letting out a breath. 𝙤𝚃, are you telling me that? You nodded your head as you threw yourself on him. He wrapped his arms around your waist while you pressed your face in the crook of his neck. 𝚁, I'll do it for you. You exclaimed as 𝙤𝚃 smiled before wiping your tears and giving you a loving kiss on your lips. 𝙤𝚃, thank you 𝚁, I love you. 𝚁, I love you too 𝙤𝚃. He kissed your forehead and said, 𝙤𝚃, I know, but I love you more, my love. Please don't leave me.
What if I lay down?